friends, my name is Amanda Saab and I'm so excited to be partnered with Islamic Relief today to bring you some of my favorite recipes for Ramadan. I'm starting with my mom's banana bread and I'm going to share some tips and tricks to make the absolute best bread. First, you want to start with super ripe bananas. They need to look like this, nice and soft, so that you can get the most moist banana bread ever. We're going to start with 4 bananas, about 1 cup of smashed bananas. And I'm so excited to be partnered with Islamic Relief because of the great work that they do around the world. Today we're focusing on the work that's being done in Yemen, which is categorized as one of the world's worst humanitarian crises ever. Islamic Relief has been on the ground supporting over 1 million residents with food, water, and medical supplies. Of course, you can always learn more about Islamic Relief on their website and how you can help and contribute to supporting the efforts in Yemen. So, like I said, we're gonna smash up our bananas nice and smooth. And this is gonna ensure that we have a really soft, moist banana bread, because who doesn't love a super moist and smooth banana bread? So you just wanna go in with your fork and smash them up as best you can. Meanwhile, we're going to melt some of our butter. We need a 1/4 cup, so we're gonna do 1/2 and 1/4, 3/4 cups of butter, and we're gonna melt that on our stovetop. We wanna use unsalted butter so that we can add salt to our batter later. So we're gonna allow that to melt, and we're gonna start combining our other ingredients. To our bowl, we're gonna add our smashed up bananas, our brown sugar, and our eggs. You also want to use room temperature eggs so that it combines even better with the butter, the bananas, and the brown sugar. So just 2 full eggs here, and then we're going to whisk all this together. And I always love using these containers because then you can just pop all your trash in there and it's easier cleanup for when you're ready to eat. So we're gonna whisk this until nice and smooth, and it should come together fairly quickly. I love baking banana bread because it's more of a snacking treat where you don't feel as guilty for eating it versus like a birthday cake that has a full-on buttercream frosting. This is one of the great ways to serve some of your guests, especially during the month of Ramadan. And if you want to give a treat to some of your friends, this is a great way to deliver some sweetness to their doorstep. We're gonna add vanilla extract. I like the Trader Joe's brand. They have an alcohol-free vanilla extract. I get that question a lot. So we're gonna add some of that. And I love measuring vanilla with my heart, you know, just pour it in till it feels right. So your batter should be a very smooth consistency at this point, and then once our butter is melted, we're just gonna throw everything else in the pan and get it ready. Meanwhile, your oven should be preheating to 350 degrees, and you can prep your pan. You can make this in a loaf pan, like a traditional banana bread, but I love using this fancy bundt pan just to give a more decorative approach. All right, let's see if our butter is melted here. Perfectly melted. You can also brown your butter if you want an enhanced flavor, but just perfectly melted works great here. So we're gonna add this into our batter and whisk to combine because the butter is hot and you don't want that to scramble your eggs that you've already added. Next, we're gonna add in our flour and salt, and I have this pre-measured so it's nice and quick. It's another tip to making recipes at home is mise en place. Always pre-measure so that you can move quickly through your recipes and cleanup will be a breeze. And our baking soda. And this is a great way to get your kids involved in the kitchen as well. Get some elbow grease in. I love making my banana bread in 1 bowl. Again, easy cleanup. And this is gonna bake for about 45 minutes. It smells fantastic already. Just wait till it starts baking. Your house is gonna smell incredible. You do wanna watch your baking time because it might need a few more minutes, more than the 45, or a few minutes less, depending on your banana's water content and the sugars that have developed in your bananas. All right, we're gonna pop this right into the oven. All right, so our banana bread looks done. It's super fragrant. I'm so excited to pull this out. Oh my goodness, look at that. So beautiful. What a difference using a fancy pan makes. If you have the ability to get a bundt pan like this, I absolutely love them. We're gonna flip it onto our serving board, top it with our maple glaze and our pecans. I'm so excited. All right, so a trick for flipping is to place your platter on the top and then do a quick flip. Be sure to keep your oven mitts on. Don't make the mistakes I've made before. You'll burn your hands. And you definitely want to do this while still hot because look at that release, nice and smooth, right out of our pan. It's so beautiful. The pan is made by Nordic Ware. They're not sponsoring Islamic Relief, but you know, great pans. We're gonna pour our glaze into a pouring container just for ease. And I know this is like added sugar and sweetness, but it's really gonna keep your banana bread nice and moist. So I'm just gonna do a nice glaze and continue going around. Kids have so much fun. There's no wrong way to do this. It's gonna spill over the top, but so delicious. Fill all the ridges of this beautiful bundt. Do you guys remember that scene in My Big Fat Greek Wedding? They're talking about a bundt pan. One of my favorite movie references to a bundt. And it's gonna absorb while the cake is still hot, so it's super important to put your glaze on immediately when it comes out. We're gonna top with some of our pecans for a nice crunch. Oh, it smells so good. Absolutely delicious and beautiful. Look at that. And now for my very favorite part of any recipe. It's probably why I like to cook so much. The taste test. Oh, it's so soft. Ooh, still warm. Oh my goodness. Bismillah. Oh, that glaze at the bottom because the cake is still warm. It's like super gooey. That is so good. You have to make this. Thank you all so much for joining me, Amanda Saab, and Islamic Relief on this Ramadan cooking adventure. I hope you'll give my recipes a try. For more information, you can visit amandasplate.com. To help Islamic Relief do the incredible work that they do all around the world, visit irusa.org.